our agenda. We would appreciate your interest in our desires.
I'm sure we would all love that. Like, I would me personally, I would love to maintain contact and say, hey, we're doing this, we have this going on. And all of us have so many goals and meetings planned. The vast majority of them are extremely possible, especially with the group that we have. And I mean, I myself represent Urbana Youth at home here from the center, and I've talked to a lot of people there, and I feel like I can speak for all of them and changing everything. I know that I myself, I have confidence in I could get every single one of them to be in on this.
Good.
I could absolutely change all of their minds and give them a little motivation. So, hey, we can all make a difference.
There's a cardinal rule in politics you all need to remember, and that is the squeaky wheel gets the grease if the ones get things done. Okay? Squeaky wheel gets the grease. You gotta get out there and you gotta make your voices known, make your concerns known.
Well, and they're working at it. You've given us, though, me a great idea that we have a great helper here, Jay, who's from one of the centers, and he's our videographer and others, but he's also a technology guy. You know, we've named ourselves Voices for Youth and setting up a Twitter account, and under that name and starting to get people moving around that is actually a great idea. So I'm thinking about doing that. But each of these young people themselves does bring a whole youth center of young people behind them. So I think they've started that process. They've also were concerned. We worked on Saturday. I'm sure you've heard that $2 billion is being proposed to be cut from the job training funds in the House right now. So they organized themselves to write a letter to the California delegation that is on the Appropriations Committee. I'm going to send that letter to others that I know, staff and friends that I've worked with for a long time in terms of youth sending that kind of information. So they're starting. They're starting. But a Twitter page would be a great idea actually before we go Sacramento. So anything else anybody has? Yes, Eddie.
Continuing what my colleague Jesse said, we're only to the diocese. Within the 5 centers, or here you mentioned, like Elsinore, Edmond, Louisville, Paris, and India, there are over 1 million youths that are connected with the centers. So the council, our youth councils within those centers can contribute that information with them. And I'm sure everyone with those million youths will contribute, sign a paper saying, we want this change. We want improvement. We want a future, not a better, not this future, but a better one that we created. Something that the next generation will make it better.
I like your goals, and I think you can achieve your goals through doing exactly what you just said. We want to make sure that those 1 million kids that you're talking about aren't invisible in the background, that it's transparent, and that they are really out there. And using the social media tools we have today, you can demonstrate that you're not alone in the way you feel, you're not alone in the changes that you would like to see, that you represent. Many other youth want the same thing. You want a good life, you want a good job, you want a quality of life, you want to be able to have kids and leave this world a better place than you found it yourself. Those are wonderful ideals that I think that you bring to the table, and you have the voting power to get people's attention, and you will. I believe you will.
How many of you are registered voters? I've asked you this question before. Hands up. We've been very conscious about it.
How many of you are aged to vote but you're not registered? This is very young, so how many of you are not registered that are aged to vote?
Any of you 18 and not registered?
So the rest of you are less than 18, is that right?
No. Or there may be some other issues that we don't know how to do.
If you're legally able to register to vote, that's another thing that I might impress upon you with the youth, is that they can certainly be there in numbers, but if they're not registered to vote, then they can't effectuate the change that they'd like to see. So we want people to endorse the platform on which you stand, but also to have a tool, a vote, to ensure that that goal gets met.
Well, I want to thank you on their behalf. I know you took time out of a very busy schedule. You've got your regular board meeting tomorrow. And so on behalf of all of these young people, on behalf of the centers themselves, and on behalf of the Workforce Investment Board, and the operators of the centers, we really just want to say thank you for making this opportunity available and for your great advice for the young people. I don't know if you'd be interested, but after we make our trip to Sacramento, if we write you something to let you know
Sure.
how it went, would you want to
Enjoy hearing from you.
just give you a little update on how we did?
Sure.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you all. Good luck.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh, one more thing.
So we start our Facebook page, can we look you up and add you?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you very much.